3 months after the German invasion of Poland ignited World War II in Europe, the conflict intensified across Northern Europe. The Soviet Union invaded Finland, while Adolf Hitler prepared to send the German army into Norway. On April 9, 1940, 10,000 soldiers invaded Norway and Denmark. Denmark capitulated immediately, while Norway resisted for nearly 2 months. Meanwhile, the American mission in Helsinki received orders to dispatch 2 Army officers, Major Frank Hayne and Captain Robert Lucy, to monitor developments in Norway and Sweden. Captain Lucy, a graduate of the United States Military Academy at West Point, served as a meteorological officer with aspirations of becoming a pilot in the Army Air Corps. The 2 officers first traveled to Stockholm, Sweden to work at the Defense Attaché's office. However, upon arrival, Lucy was redirected to Oslo, Norway, to assist Ambassador Florence Harriman with the evacuation of American personnel and their dependents. Unfortunately, the ambassador was not in Oslo. Lucy had to fly to Sweden to meet her, where she was coordinating with French and British diplomats to prepare for the repatriation of their families. Yet those families had not yet arrived. Captain Lucy worried that the vehicles transporting the families of French and British diplomats might be lost en route to a remote outpost along the Norwegian border with Sweden. On April 14, 1940, he informed the ambassador that he would return to Norway to search for their party. The Americans equipped a vehicle with an American flag draped over it, hoping any passing German aircraft would recognize the United States neutrality. He departed with a driver provided by the ambassador, but returned the same day without any new information. He was then ordered to Stockholm to report back to Washington through the embassy. While in Sweden's capital, Lucy decided another search mission was necessary. Although Ambassador Harriman insisted on accompanying him, Captain Lucy respectfully declined. It was perilous to travel, as the Germans were targeting anything moving along the roads. Lucy urged Harriman to focus on the safety of the diplomats' families, and she ultimately agreed to stay behind, allowing him to proceed to Norway. Captain Lucy arrived in Dombås, Norway on April 21, 1940, just as the German Luftwaffe launched an attack on the transportation hub. With their flag-draped car already aboard a train, Lucy and his driver took cover from the dive bombers, fleeing alongside other terrified passengers into a railway tunnel. As they entered, Lucy watched the fighting overhead, about 300 yards from the tunnel entrance. German Stuka dive bombers targeted the railroad cars and tracks, striking everything in their path with a fierce display of blitzkrieg tactics. Tragically, one bomb went off course and landed near Captain Lucy, showering him with shrapnel and striking him fatally in the heart. He became the first American military casualty.